Why? Why? Why?
Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, or wherever you are around this point. Good something to you. Just the Robot has come out with another response video for some reason. So I don't really get this. I don't get it. Because the thing is though, he made his first response video and it was awful. I made a response video to it, and I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't really a great response video. I kind of just winged it without any notes. There was a lot of technical issues on Jar's side. Apparently, you could barely even hear him. It sounded like a mouse. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, someone was hoovering in the background. You could hear a hoover. But I think I've managed to fix the volume this time. I think, I don't know, I had a bit Let's Play brain mind or something that I had to turn the volume down because whenever I do my Let's Plays, the volume is quite low. But I think I've managed to fix the volume now, so you'll be able to hear it, and I am alone in the house, so you won't be able to hear a hoover. And I got notes this time as well, so, but yeah, no, so this is Jar's response. He's apparently made another response video. I don't know why, because the thing is, he's made his first response, and it wasn't good. It's I don't think you're gonna, do any better here, mate. I don't think it could be any worse, but you had your response video, you had your charts, it didn't work out. Why are you still jumping on this? Everyone has pretty much moved on now. They're just doing their own thing. You don't need to drag this out anymore. And obviously I'm not going to speak on behalf of, Sydney Bear's victim and everything. And, whatever she feels, if she feels upset, angry, or whatever, she has the right to her emotions. So yeah, this is basically for context. Basically, Jar made a video defending a groomer known as Sydney Bear. The video was awful. He made a response video, which was possibly even worse. It was possibly one of the worst response videos I've ever seen. He talks about if he has a fart fetish. He talks about the VidCon incident, where he doesn't even address the serious problems of VidCon. And also a smacking with other stuff as well that are just very irrelevant. So I've already watched this response, and I'm just going to say this response is bad. But I don't think it's as bad as the last one, because with this one, he at least attempts to stay on topic, but he also matches it up with other things that no one cares about and is not relevant. And it's just so bizarre. It's why not just keep on topic? Just make a video just saying, I screwed up with the Sydney Bear. I screwed up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the victim. I'm sorry to the people in my life. And I'm sorry to my audience. Just basically do that and then just move on. But he can't seem to do that because he's made another video. Oh my goodness. Anyway, this is going to be another response video of mine. And yeah, so let's get into it.
Hello everyone, it's me Luke. No, not Jar, Luke. There's gonna be no voice filter, no gameplay, no fancy editing, no nothing like that. Just me trying to explain myself to the best of my abilities.
So, Luke, I'm taking this so seriously now, because I'm giving my real name, I'm showing my real name. I'm not pulling up a persona or anything like that. I'm taking this really seriously now, guys, really seriously.
My last response was far from good, to say the least. If it wasn't, then so many people wouldn't be clowning on it. I'm doing something I've never done before. I'm taking things seriously for the very first time in my life.
Yeah, no, Jar, I don't believe you. Okay? I don't believe you when you say you're taking this seriously, because I'll probably get into this later in the video, but you're just not really someone that just feels like that you take things like this seriously. So I just don't believe you when you say you're taking it seriously. Your last response video was bad. you did not take it seriously, so I don't really believe you when you say you're taking it seriously this time.
I'm dealing with serious allegations, and serious allegations should be taken seriously. Not like my last response where I was joking around far too much.
Were you? Were you joking around too much? Because, I mean, like, I thought you were taking it super serial. I thought you were taking it super serial, man. Super serial. Because, like, here's the thing. I don't really think Jar really... I mean, like, even when it comes to serious things, and I mean, I've watched his content, and I'm not saying that, you know, it's great or anything, but, you know, I find him entertaining. He doesn't really take things seriously. He always uses things like, oh, I'll take the L, or base, or like things like that. And I know that's just how he talks. But like, when you use language like that, it just gives off the impression that you don't take things seriously. And you're just using, like, you know, treating this as like a, oh, we're friends type of thing.
Primarily going to focus on the stuff around Cinny. There's so many allegations against me that if I go over them all at the same time, this video will just end up being a giant mess. I want to get this out of the way now. The version of the Cinny video I uploaded was bad. I would go as far as to say that it was the worst video I ever uploaded. However, I do not believe I would have uploaded this draft of the video if Kumo didn't leak it out first.
So why didn't you just finish the video then? Apparently you have like draft after draft after draft, fully edited, by the way. This isn't just like he just wrote it down, sent it off to a bunch of people, and then got feedback. He had each of these things fully edited. It's like, why didn't you just make the video that you were happy with instead of making multiple videos, and then just release the video that you're happy with? Like, Kumo, like, I mean, obviously, I'm not going to say it was, like, right for Kumo to release the video. I mean, like, obviously, it was your video. You should have been the one to release that. I'm not saying that, you know, I think what Kumo did was right. But, again, just finish the video that you were making. Just finish that video and then release it. Don't rush out, panic and rush out a response. It's just, like, it's just dumb. You know, it's just stupid.
I want to make this clear. He did not link people my video or just play a few clips from it. He uploaded it in its entirety from start to finish onto his channel. And
why would I say he made things 10 times harder if this were truly the final draft? If this were the final draft, I wouldn't have said he made the progress 10 times harder. Jar, this is a complete nothingburg. Okay, saying that you made it 10 times harder, this could be I mean, like, for one, this could be an indication that, you know, this was the final draft if this was 10 times harder, because 10 times harder is a pretty big number, and people use that to, you know, say, oh, this is going to be so much harder now. But, like, again, this is just a complete nothingburg. I mean, obviously, like I said before, I don't agree with Kumo releasing your video beforehand, but like, again, like, this statement is a completely nothingburg.
yes, he did this all before I released the video myself. This was not a re-upload, this was a pre-upload. I do have some proof that I was working on another draft of the video, such as the fact it was uploaded unlisted days before it went live.
Again, just finish the video that you were making. Don't worry about some other arsehole, like, uploading your video. Obviously, I think it's a dick thing to do, but, like, you obviously, you know, just finish the draft that you were making, dude.
I did this so I would have plenty of time to think things over on whether I should upload the video or not. I was also sending people the video so they could look it over and give me their thoughts on it. Now I know that some of you are going to call me a liar, because the second draft of my Cinny video was already fully edited. However, the first draft of my Cinny video, which was more negative towards her, was also fully edited as well. I'll link it down below if you wish to check it out.
Again, why would you edit an entire segment of your video instead of just like, I don't know, writing the script out, sending it to a bunch of people who you trust. Like, you had a lot of people in your circle who you could have gone to about this. Another example, like Lyle Convoy is one of them. There's also a bunch of other people who you can trust that you could have gone to about this. And instead, you just panicked because someone else uploaded the video and then you uploaded it yourself. That's just irresponsible for a content creator to make. Just finish the video that you were making and then upload that.
Here's a clip from it.
The funniest part about all of this is you didn't do what you did with that 14-year-old because you wanted to get with them, you just couldn't stop cooming. You coomed until you groomed.
Oh, that's such a bad pun. That's such a bad pun. Oh, you cooned before you groomed. That is so cringe. That is so cringe, man. Oh.
I never even heard of a situation like this happening until now.
It should be noted that I was not happy with that draft of the video as well. I was on Jack's, aka Birdie's, side way too much in it. Yes, I made this first draft on Cindy before I reached out to her. I was talking about grooming allegations, so I wanted to gain as much info as I possibly could. Honestly, I didn't expect Cindy to add me back, but she did. I was so ready to tear into you, and this was the day I was going to upload it unlisted for my Patreon supporters, and it was going to go live tomorrow. When I interviewed Cindy, I wanted to make it seem like I was on her...
Wait, what? Hold on, let me hear that again.
It was going to go live tomorrow. When I interviewed Cindy, I wanted to make it seem like I was on her side as much as possible so she wouldn't run away.
You wanted to seem like you were on her side as much as possible so she didn't run away. You wanted to seem you were on the groomer's side as much as possible so you didn't scare her. Sad face. Not against you, I just hope I don't sound stupid. I think I'm retarded. I also don't sound my beast. Beast. I don't sound my beast. I also don't sound my best. I was sleeping and you were scared. Fuck's sake.
I want to make this clear, I wasn't pulling an op on her or anything like that. I was just trying to make sure my information was correct. I told Cindy I would be making another version of the video in favor of her before I reached out to Jack and Enno. But, yeah, I'm going to be changing my video a lot, and I'm also gonna have to reach out to Jack because, you know, for all I know, you're manipulating.
I was going to say, for all I know, you were lying to me, but then she cut me off. Okay.
Oh, have fun with that. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the video ready because knowing Jack, they're probably gonna panic and try to control the narrative, like...
Of course, and that's gonna be hilarious, but...
Yes, this was indeed very stupid on my part. I thought because I made a video bashing her before I reached out to her, that I should do the same but in reverse. My roommate, Professor Dreadlock, was also getting ready to go on a very long business trip, so I couldn't go over all of the long cine documents with him. I have one of the worst cases of dyslexia in the world, so it's very hard for me to read. Professor Dreadlock, on the other hand, is an extremely fast reader.
Well, the thing is though, even if your roommate like wasn't there around the time, there are also other people who you could have gone to that could have read it with you. Also, if you didn't really have anyone to read it with and you struggle with dyslexia, I mean, I'm also dyslexic as well. I struggle to read and write, and like, you know, there's like times where I'm reading a book, it's a really easy book, and it takes me like around, I don't know, like 5 months to get over it. You know, I suffer from it as well, so I get it. Why didn't you just use text-to-speech? Text-to-speech is an option you can use. And also, read it with someone else as well. Like, you had contact with other people. You can also... You said you had a girlfriend. You could read it with your girlfriend. You've got other friends online you could also read it with. You could literally... You have all of these options that you can do. You know, you don't really need your roommate specifically to go over it with you. And even if you were worried about that, just wait until your roommate gets back, dude.
People have pointed out that at the start of the Cine draft that I uploaded, I claimed that I went through the doc. That was a lie. It wouldn't have been a lie if that draft didn't get leaked, but I have that recorded because I was going to go through the doc with my roommate before I decided to upload that draft or not.
Just get someone else to do it for you.
For anyone who knows me personally, you know how slow of a reader I am. You've seen
Then get someone to help you or use text-to-speech.
me misspell things multiple times. The idea that I read through both docs very carefully by myself is an absolutely ridiculous notion. In my initial draft, I was just listening to the popular opinion and quickly skimmed the two documents, mostly looking at the pictures on screen.
He was looking at the popular opinion, and yet the popular opinion was that Cine was a groomer, and she tried to engage someone with her fetishes.
When I heard that there were a few people defending Cine, not saying that she was completely innocent, just that she wasn't as guilty as some were portraying her to be, I decided to reach out to Cine, along with those who were defending her, to get their side of the story as well.
Well, why would you, like, the thing is though, even if this person is 100% innocent, as you probably claim that, as you know, you want to claim them to be, it's still irresponsible for you to do that.
After all, I've seen multiple dramas where everybody's bashing one person, only for the entire situation to be reversed later.
It depends on the context, and stop comparing your drama with other dramas. You know, it depends on the context, and it depends on the information that has come out. You know, I get it that you want to feel cautious about, you know, what you release, especially when someone is unfairly being, like, dogpiled on. But this person has so many evidence working against them, and so much information and proof, that she also admitted herself, and you didn't think, oh, like, maybe I might be wrong about this.
I didn't want to just side with the popular opinion, only to find out that I spread misinformation later on. But why spend so much time editing the video before I even looked through the two documents? I have to plan ahead on these things. After all, adding in my avatar takes a lot more time and effort than just adding in gameplay or recording my face.
No, it doesn't. I know this for a fact, because I've had to edit videos where I've had to put an avatar in. It doesn't take that much long, especially when it's a PNG. It doesn't take that much long, mate.
I knew that this situation was still ongoing and that more information was coming out. I could take my time on this video and remake it over and over again, of course salvaging what I could along the way. Or I could just get cold feet and not upload any draft of the video. After I made the first draft, I was not happy with it, so I wanted to remake it after getting Cine and her friend's side of the story. Then I was going to remake it again.
The fact that Cine Bear still has friends actually really concerns me.
After looking at the anti-Cine side in more detail, and after me and my roommate looked through the doc in more detail. But you already knew all of this if you see my last response. Unfortunately for me, I had no proof of this. I didn't record any calls about this because I never expected my video to get leaked. Until today. I completely forgot what I said about my Cine video.
I remember what I said about Cine, I just forgot who it was with. Okay.
My call with Vincent Skullman. Ratsu, a person who interviewed me, you might have seen it around, later became friends with me because she came to the conclusion that the drama around me was overblown. I am happy with the friendship I developed with her. She has been extremely understanding and kind to me. She told me that Vincent Skullman sent Lio Convoy our call, and apparently Lio Convoy demanded that Vincent Skullman not upload it under any circumstances. Now Ratsu could be lying.
Okay, like, do we have proof of this? Like, do you actually have proof of this? Because if you, like, that's a pretty bold claim to make, like, without any proof. In the last response, you actually titled it Response with Receipts. You didn't show any receipts. And now you made, like, a claim like this, and you're not showing any proof when, like, there's a lot of other things that you actually do have proof of.
To me, but this did make me listen to the call, and I heard things that really piqued my interest, as you can see from the timestamps on screen.
Had to have a good... So Lorenzo is Jar's editor, just to let you know. To be fair, he's actually a really skilled editor, so if, you know, if anyone is, you know, wanting to hire, Lorenzo is your guy. Had to do it in checks. Link right here. Here is the last part. Other than the small changes, we will make. And here's the script of it. So I'm going to draft the script. I'm going to bed now. Good night. Okay. So should I delete the ending, or was it before, or was it this before or after the call? Also, I have a question. Did you talk to Jack or Eno? Cool.
I had this call with...
I need to take a shit first. I need to take a shit first. I need to take a shit first, then I'll be ready. Alright. Okay, I'm ready. He's so upfront. Had a call. Oh yeah, can you send over the recording when you get the chance?
Vincent, only 15 hours I sent the last part of my Cine video to my editor,
So that call, I think, was around... Yeah, no.
Lorenzo. Now I want to make this clear so someone doesn't claim that I lied. I did send Lorenzo a few more parts for the Cine video after this call, but they were very small changes. This was the last big part I sent to him.
I've been interviewing people, I've been looking...
Or, as you can hear me say, I said I was interviewing people, not just Cine.
into this deeper, and
Again, we know that you interviewed people because you said you were going to interview Jack and other people with their members. So, why did you feel the need to put this out?
I'm not saying Cine is...
I said I'm not trying to say that Cine is innocent. Here's something else. Also, it's not really a huge issue, but something I feel like I need to bring up. So he said he's taking his video seriously this time, no fancy editing, no nothing. And yet he still adds in click sound effects when something pops up. It's if you were taking this really seriously, why are you adding click sound effects, dude?
is innocent. I want to make that clear. It's just more people in this situation are guilty than you might think. The problem is, I know this community. They're going to twist it into me defending a groomer, and I'm like, that's not what I'm doing in the video.
That is what you were doing. You were lying. You are lying. Alright, that is exactly what you were doing. You defended a groomer and it backfired on you. Let's see what it says. One of the main reasons I have others review my videos before publishing is to ensure that my message is clear. I often find it challenging to explain myself eventually with words. Maybe you just don't get in calls then? Just text or email,
And I don't want to talk about it too far anymore with you because, I don't want anything to get leaked because I've been working on this for literal weeks. But I have been gathering a lot of information. I have been going back and reworking on the video because I want to make it clear I'm not saying Cine is innocent.
As you can hear clear as crystal, I was emphasizing to Vincent Skullman that my video's purpose was not to convince people that Cine was innocent, just less guilty. You can also tell that I didn't want anything to get leaked out because I put so much work into this already.
Less guilty of what? So are you saying that people... Because I've heard you say this a lot, that you're saying that people are calling her a pedophile. It's who is claiming that? It's yeah, people are saying she's a groomer because she groomed a minor. But no one's calling her a pedophile. And being a groomer and a pedophile are two completely different things. I mean, I'm not denying that people are saying that Cine's a pedophile, and to those people, that's not true. That is dumb. But you're basically saying that people are saying that she is a pedophile without actually showing people saying she's a pedophile. You're just basically saying, oh, trust me guys, this is what it said. Just show evidence, dude.
along with the fact that I stated that I'm going to go back to rework on the video to make it clear I'm not saying that Cindy is innocent. I just wanted to finish what I had for now so I could go over it and see what needed to be changed and what I could salvage.
The first situation I was ever in with this, that I ever got into with this whole community was the Princess Elizabeth 013 drama. When she was 14, people would send her like pictures of Rouge the Bat raping her avatar. People above the age of 30 were doing that, and when I called that out, I got accused of being a pedo, because why else would I defend a 14-year-old? So it's just like, my, have the turns have tabled. The thing
Stop comparing this drama to other dramas, dude.
is, like, I looked at the comic. The thing is, though, the dog maker didn't censor out anything. It was actually Cindy who sent it out, censored it herself when she sent it. And when I found that out, I was like, wow, that makes things way less bad. It's still pretty bad. It's still pretty bad, but it's not as bad. Like, if you send a minor uncensored porn, it's worse than sending them censored porn. You know what I mean?
Sending a minor any sort of porn is bad. What the fuck? What is wrong with you?
Yeah, it's still overall fucking but it's gonna kind of lessen the blow.
Thanks to reaching out to Cindy and her friends, I could make the information clear that she censored out the doc herself. I did not disagree with Vincent when he said it's still overall yeah, because I agreed with that. Sending a minor porn of any kind is bad, censored or not, but censoring it is still less bad than sending uncensored porn.
Not to say that I disagree, but like any sort of like porn sent to a minor is bad. Any.
At the end of the day, they're both bad, but I wanted to get my information correct.
Here's my opinion. Cindy was very inappropriate. She deserves to get backlash, but I do not think she's a pedo. I don't think she's the next Cosmo.
Who is making that claim? Who is making that claim?
Or I don't think she's a pedo because, like, I'm gonna be honest here, I think she would have done this with anyone. I think she's just an
Yeah, she could have done this with anyone, but she chose to do it with a minor.
Omega Coomer, but she's not, like, a pedo. And that's pretty much my whole take on this situation. The problem is, if you don't say that Cindy is literally the living embodiment of Satan, people will twist it.
Even back then, I didn't believe that Cindy was a pedo or trying to get with the minor, and I have kept that opinion consistent throughout this entire drama around me, and even in my old draft. In my opinion, Cindy was not trying to get with the minor romantically or sexually.
But what she did was still horrible. Put in text to speech, dude. Was still horrible. Horrible. I'm guessing that's supposed to say horrible. Still horrible and wrong.
She still messed up really, really badly, and she deserves to get bashed for it. Anytime I defended someone who was getting bashed, even a little bit, I always received major backlash. Whenever I have defended someone, whether it's Mari, Antunes, or Peaches, I've never claimed that they were perfect little angels who never did anything wrong. I'm just saying that they're not as guilty as people have portrayed them to be. If you commit a crime, yes, you should be held responsible for it, but you shouldn't be held responsible for a greater crime that you have not committed.
Realistically, I have no issue at this point.
Oh, well, that's good. I wish more people in the ArtCC would do what you do. I wish we could just sit down and have a nice chat over a cup of tea, but, you know, things just have to escalate, and
That's not something that you want, Jar. You don't want people to just chill and have a cup of tea with them and everything. You don't want to do that. Like, the only person who you kind of did that with was with Maui and the call that you had with her. And even still with that, with everyone else, you have threatened them with your audience going after them. You threaten them with that you're going to go after them. You don't want to chill and have a cup of tea and like a biscuit or something. You don't want any of that. You want people to just shut up.
and I did
You are not a victim.
thank.
As you can hear, even I wasn't happy with how over confident I sounded in that draft of the video.
thank you for making the video, because I was getting a little overconfident, and when I go into a situation with the expectation that I'm going to lose, that's when I do my best. Like, you know how I got canceled to begin with? I got overconfident in the Toby drama. That's what happened. And you
Stop comparing other dramas to this drama.
making that video probably saved my ass.
The reason why I thanked Vincent for making his video on me is because I thought it would save me in the long run. Of course, before I could go back and change things to make myself sound less confident.
Also, I just want to bring this up as well. Sorry, I'm going back on like the let's chill and have a cup of tea thing. Like, Jar has a file of like people who don't like him. Apparently, he is his enemies list, and he's called that file Tower of Babel. So, Tower of Babel, for those of you who don't know, is a famous Justice League comic. So, basically in that comic, I keep on getting the Dark Batman Begins confused. Ra's al Ghul steals Batman's contingency plans and uses that to kill the Justice League. So, the reason Jar has a file called Tower of Babel is because he thinks, oh, it's cool and Batman is cool, you know, and all that. But but he missed the whole point of the comic. The whole point of the comic was to show that maybe Batman's contingency plans are not always the best plans. Essentially, in the comic, Batman is the bad guy. You know? He calls a file Tower of Babel based off a Justice League comic because he thinks it's cool, but completely misunderstood that Batman in that comic is the bad guy and maybe his contingency plans aren't always the best idea. You know?
Kumo leaked out the second draft, and I panicked uploaded what I had. Vincent may have saved me, but Kumo doomed me.
Well, I'm glad we could sit down and have this talk, because, like, the main thing I want for people to know is I'm not as mean as people think I am. I'd rather just sit down and talk.
Yep, what I
You may not be mean as you think you are, but the one thing you are is malicious.
really wanted a peaceful solution to a lot of the situations I find myself in. I just have a habit of pissing people off unintentionally, and I wish I didn't.
No!
No ordinary person would have been able to read.
No. Kumo sent me a friend request.
Umo.
Mr. Everybody's a pedophile but me is contacting me.
You can tell that even back then, I knew Kumo being around me wasn't a good thing. Before you ask, no, I did not send Kumo the video. Goblin Girls.
I don't care, Jar. I don't care. I really don't care. I don't care.
Sent it to him after I told her not to. I told her not to send it to anyone because I was still looking over things.
In this hypothetical, you have a roommate.
This is the main reason as to why the handling of the Cine drama was pissing me off. Jack wanted money more than the safety for the minor. Can we actually stop calling what Cine did drama? Because what she did wasn't drama. She fucking, like, scarred someone for life with her own actions. It's not fucking drama. Can you stop calling it drama?
Right?
Yep, alright.
You find out that your roommate is a threat to children, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do you A, call the police, or B, ask for $10,000?
Right, okay.
You see what I mean, right?
You know, they should have contacted some form of authority that could, you know, deal with this.
You know, that's actually a point, actually. I actually agree with that. I do think at least money does help, but that is actually a point that I think Jar does make. I don't really know much about Jack, but from what I do know, I think Jack apparently is a weird individual themselves. But that is a point that I do agree with Jar, that they should have at least contacted the authorities beforehand.
Yeah, like, I find it disgusting that people are talking more about Jack and Cine's, like, living situation than, like, the fucking minor who may or may not have been groomed.
One of my stances on the drama was that things should have been more focused on the minor Eno, and not on Cinny's relationship with Jack so much. I was also iffy at this point in time whether what Cinny did was grooming or not. I was going to talk to Vincent Scullman about this call, but then I realized that all of his drama videos, including the 2 new ones he made on me, are gone, and both of his Twitters are currently locked. Huh. That's kind of weird. No.
If you want to know the point of why Vincent Scullman's videos and Twitter account have been privated, I recommend you go and check out Lyle Convoy's live stream to covering this, because he goes into more depth than what I could in this.
Now you might try to claim that I'm a liar. After all, that's a lot of money to spend on 2 different drafts of a video. So why would I spend even more money on a 3rd draft? Well, the thing is, Lorenzo is just about my cheapest editor. He lives in the Philippines, where the US dollar goes very far. $5 to us is about $20 to them.
Why don't you just pay your editor the amount that they deserve and not what you think they need? You know, pay them the correct amount of what is right in your state, not what is right in their state. Okay, maybe Lorenzo's cool with it. I've seen Lorenzo; he seems quite cool with it. But like, if you like, you need to pay your editors the right amount of money what they deserve, not what you think they need. And I know that sounds like a superhero quote from like Batman and stuff, but that's literally how it is. Stop trying to find a way to save money and pay them the right amount, you absolute fucking scumbag.
Any payment he asked for, I would give it to him, even after he asked for an extra $100 after I started getting cancelled for the Cinny drama. I just gave it to him. But apparently, from what I have been told, he started going around telling people that I underpaid him, even though I always paid him what we agreed upon.
You don't, like, even if something that he's agreed upon, you don't pay him the amount of what you agree upon. Maybe he just, like, said, oh, I'm just, like, I'll just take what, you know, what you think I'm doing. Like, it doesn't mean that they're okay with it. Okay? It doesn't mean they're okay with the money. I mean, I work for minimal wages. And, like, well, I'm not going to say I'm not okay with it. Again, I would like a little bit more, you know?
If he wanted more money, he could have always asked for it.
Yes, I'll blame my co-workers. I just blame my co-workers for my own fuck-up. You know? Just blame the co-workers. That is so fucking professional with you. Fuck you.
Now, Kumo claiming that he uploaded my draft of the video to stop me is the biggest load of bullshit I've ever heard in my life. As far as I'm aware, that has never worked in the history of YouTube, and it doesn't make any sense. Uploading someone else's video onto your channel before they have a chance to upload it themselves doesn't stop them from uploading it.
Then just finish the video and finish the... Sorry. Then just finish the final draft of the video you were making.
In my last response video, I asked people to show me examples of where this has ever worked, and no one has provided one single example. Personally
It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
speaking, I've never even heard of something like this happening before. I do not believe Kumo has any interest in protecting...
From the very beginning, Kumo acted maliciously. As the leader of the group defending Cinny, I think he felt threatened when a large YouTuber got involved. No! No! Like, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say I'm fully knowledge on like what Kumo's reason was, but like it could have just been like a little tee-hee ha-ha. But if you really think anyone was threatened by you because you're a larger YouTuber, your fucking ego is as bad as fucking Star Giant Productions, mate.
me or the truth. He was trying to convince Cinny that my end goal was to rape her.
Like, I knew how this guy was. I warned you how he was. I told you what position you were in, and I was very conscious and scared on your behalf because of what position you're in. Jar could have raped you, and that's probably what he was trying to, like, that was probably his dream, his end goal.
In my...
Okay, I'm not going to say that's, like, a pretty unhinged thing to say about someone. I'm not going to deny that. That is a pretty unhinged statement to make, especially on someone.
My humble opinion, it's far more likely that Kumo did what he did to keep me from reaching out to Jack and Eno to get their sides of the story. Or maybe
No, it's probably like a little tee-hee-ha-ha.
he looked at this draft of the video and thought,
And even if that was the case, why didn't you do anything about it? Like, why did you just panic and just upload the video? Like, why didn't you just, like, I don't know, like, you were fully in your right to give him a copyright strike. You know, you were fully in your right to do that, dude.
wow, this is terrible, I better upload it in case Jar changes his mind about doing so himself. I'm pretty sure that if I didn't upload what I had, Kumo would have told people that I didn't upload it because I saw the backlash underneath his video.
His video, as in my draft he uploaded.
And if I claimed that this was just an early draft of the video, people would have said that I was lying. You can even hear in the last voice message I sent to Cinny that my confidence was pretty much all gone, and that I was getting cold feet about this entire situation.
Listen, Cinny, I can't promise this will fix everything for you, or even anything for you. I don't want you to feel like you have a false sense of hope. I'll do what I can, but that's it. I helped Peaches out, but the allegations on you are much more rough. But I'm going to do what I can to help.
I am going to help you as much as I can. I will be your Superman. I will fight for you for truth, justice, and the American way. I will save you, you groomer. Fucking hell.
Because I know this shit is and will leak into your real life.
This is part of the reason that
Good! Good! It should leak into her real life. People should know what kind of person she is. I don't care if she's fucking in the streets now lying away. Like, she deserves what she fucking gets.
to why I freaked out so much in the DMs with Cinny and Goblin Girl after I saw that Kumo uploaded the video himself. My thought
Goblin Girl's a romantic goblin, by the way. So why did you say her name wrong then?
process wasn't, oh no, Kumo uploaded the video before I did. I wanted to do that first. My thought process was, oh no, everybody is going to believe that this is my final draft of the video. Now if you don't believe me,
then why did you just upload it then? Why did you upload this version of the video then?
I wouldn't have uploaded this video if Kumo didn't do what he did. Why?
Stop blaming other people for your own actions. Okay? Like, yes, I think it was a dick thing for Kumo to do, but stop blaming him for your own actions. Okay? You didn't need to upload this version of the video. You could have just finished the version that you were on, and you could have just left it like that. Stop blaming someone, especially when now Kumo doesn't have a platform to defend himself. He's deleted all of his socials, he's deleted all of his YouTube channel, he doesn't have a platform to defend himself now, so stop blaming other people for your own actions.
Is it that the first time I ever receive massive backlash is the same time a draft of my video is leaked?
Because you're dumb, that's why.
If you think it's just a coincidence, then stars aligned. That's quite a coincidence. I
You're pretty paranoid.
can already hear what the live streamers reacting to this video are saying. Jar, you're just using this as an excuse. Then why give me that excuse? Let me upload the video myself before you leak it, and then bash me for it.
Why not just finish the video that you were making? So just basically put out a community post just saying, hey, Kumo released a draft of the video, this is not the final video, I'm working on the video right now. Just basically do that, dude. You could have literally done that. You didn't need to panic and upload the video yourself. You could have just finished the video and let it be that.
I was bashed when I went against the grain in both the Toby and the Princess Elizabeth drama, so I wanted to be careful this time and make draft after draft until the video was perfect.
Just basically, like everyone has their own sort of process of, like, you know, writing their own scripts. How I usually do it is, usually I write out the script. If I need to, like, just to make sure my information is correct, I will send it to a couple of people and basically be like, hey, is there anything I need to take out? Is there anything that needs improvement on? And they'll basically say, and they'll basically give me feedback, they'll give me notes. Basically, I wait until, like, after I'm done with that, I wait until, like, a week later to actually start recording it. I record the whole thing about a day or so, and then I edit the video. Once I'm happy with the final edit, I export it, I upload it to YouTube, and that's pretty much it. You know, but with Jar, he didn't just write out a draft of the script. He basically made an entire video, edited an entire video, uploaded it to YouTube, and just had that be it. It's like, why don't you just write out the scripts, get people to look it over, and then have it be like that? You know, you didn't need to edit the whole video by that.
Being said, I shouldn't have made the draft of that video in the first place. A topic this serious, even if I was trying to be careful, is something I should have never gotten involved in. And it's something I should have taken much more seriously. But even after I panic uploaded that draft, in less than 24 hours I took it down because I realized my mistake of uploading it in the first place. I did not double down, but I'm still receiving backlash for it to this day. Why would I tell Vincent that I was going back and forth on things? And that she deserved the backlash if this was supposed to be my final draft of the video. Why would I lie to Vincent? I had nothing to gain or to protect myself from. I just really wanted to finish up this draft so I could use it as a reference, and of course see what I could salvage. That's part of the reason as to why I told my editor Lorenzo to stop adding edits to the call I had with Cinny. When you're working on a heavily edited video, you don't really see how good or bad it is until it's all in front of you. Do you guys really think I looked at this draft of the video and thought to myself, yeah, this is perfect, I should really just upload it as it is?
Well, probably because you uploaded the video as it is, so why didn't you just finish the video?
Here are my current thoughts on Cinny. She didn't just speak inappropriately to a minor, she directly got them to engage with her fetish. She was 20 when she did this. She was at an age where she should have known better. I think she wanted to corrupt a minor in the same way she was corrupted when she was 14.
She wanted to corrupt a minor in the same way she was corrupted when she was 14. Where is the evidence for this? Where is the evidence for this? And anyway, that sounds like an excuse, Jar. It still seems like you're defending her.
She has also done many other inappropriate things with other minors as well. She more than likely would have kept doing stuff like this for years. I still, however, do not believe she had any interest in kids. I do not think Cinny hurts children out of—
No one is making that claim. You have failed to show proof of anyone making that claim.
any form of desire for them or interest in hurting them. I don't think she would have ever asked for nudes of a minor, or to send nudes of herself to a minor.
No, she basically just got a minor to fantasize in her fetish.
But the fact is, she hurt children. Even if it wasn't out of any form of maliciousness, she still did it. She groomed a minor not to get with them romantically, but to get them to draw art of her fetish, and to get them to read out a comic of her fetish, which is something I didn't know about until later on. I don't think it's right for people to call her a pedo, but she's certainly predatory. As for the allegations of me rizzing up a pedo, this is also false. Cinny herself said she didn't think I was trying to make a pass at her.
I didn't think it was at the time. At the time, I thought it was just being, like, weird. I didn't think it was, like, an actual pass. Like, I was assuming that you would, like...
You're smarter than you're letting on.
Because I just thought it was strange to say, because it's just not something you say.
Because you thought it was a flirt.
Not really, it's just...
So then why would it be strange?
I mean... I don't know, it's just not, like, a thing I hear people say very often.
So what else could it have been?
Just him being autistic? I don't fucking know.
Why are you taking the word of the groomer, by the way? Why are you using the groomer's word as evidence?
Oh, I don't think I was hitting on her, she doesn't think I was hitting on her, and neither does my girlfriend. All three of the people who matter most on whether this was rizzing or not seem to be in agreement with one another.
Okay, that's amazing, but like, again, you're taking the word of the groomer, so, you know, she's already been proven to be manipulating others. So why would you take her word for it?
People have told me that they're willing to look past the chicken joke or the pussycat joke, but they have a hard time believing that the sleepy time calls were not romantic in nature.
Oh, Jar, I don't care about the sleepy time calls. I do not care. They're irrelevant. Like, I mean, like, obviously it coming to light is just people just being like hee hee ha ha and stuff, because, you know, it is a little bit weird. But, like, literally, it's such a nothing burger.
The thing is, though, this only happened once or twice, and they only lasted a couple of minutes. She herself confirmed that we did not goon, and that we mostly talked about Star Wars.
Did you guys goon together at all?
No, what the fuck?
He didn't make it like in your phone calls with him. You guys didn't do anything freaky.
No, he mostly just talked about fucking like Star Wars and shit.
Not gonna to lie, that sounds like something I would do. Talking to a 10 out of 10 Latino about Ninjago is not a good way to get them to sleep with you. I would never hit on someone by talking about Star Wars. Well, the relationships work about sharing your interests. It's about sharing your interests and coming to a common ground about like how to support that, and then you could talk to them about it forever. You know, like it's just about talking about your own interests. That's literally all it really is.
And I mostly just talked about my cat, like...
I do not hit on women by telling them about Star Wars lore. Even I have more riz than that. I have enough social awareness to know that if you're going to try to get into a woman's pants, you don't tell her about the 2-hour-long Disney Plus Star Wars show review you're working on.
I don't know, like, I mean, like, I know a lot of women that would absolutely love to have a Star Wars nerd in their lives, you know? Like, even, like, you know, pretty girls and everything, like, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of girls in there that would absolutely fond of Star Wars.
The thought of getting with her, gooning with her, getting her to draw porn of me, or meeting up with her in real life never crossed my mind. I have done quote-unquote sleepy time calls with other people, and yes, that does include my girlfriend. The problem is, she has an early morning shift, and she normally passes out long before I do.
The problem isn't the fact that you have sleepy time calls with people. The issue is the fact that you had a sleepy time call with a person that was a groomer. Alright, that's the problem that people have. I mean, like, obviously people are just going to be like, haha, he has sleepy time calls. And there's people out there that will do that. And, like, you know, obviously that's fine. Just basically laugh at it as, you know, it's a bit of a weird thing. But, you know, whatever. The problem isn't the fact that you had sleepy time calls. The problem is that you had sleepy time calls with a groomer.
But here's 3 people, aside from my girlfriend, that I have also done sleepy time calls with.
Have I ever...
Oh my god, I do not care. I do not care. Why are you doing this? Why are you putting these people on blast like this? This is the same issue that Star Giant Productions had with her addressing my abuse video. She got people in that video who had no right to be in that video, who had no right to actually be put on blast like that, and she just publicly, like, did all this. Like, this is exactly the same what you're doing. You're doing the exact same thing, mate.
Fell asleep on the phone while talking to you?
Yes.
Out of all the time you've known me, the several months, have I ever made it a pass or an advance or anything like that towards you?
No.
Have I ever done a quote-unquote sleepy time call with you where I...
Oh my god, I don't care. I don't care. This is irrelevant. I don't care.
fall asleep while chatting with you?
Yes, you have. I wanted to confirm if that was true or not. I think it's pretty obvious you do that. It's weird, but I can understand. I think I suggested ASMR for you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, Via Kui, I want to ask you something. You're a...
Oh my god, he's doing another one. Jar, it's not important. It's not important. People do not care that you have sleepy time calls with people. It's not important.
Male, right?
Yes.
Do you think I have any romantic interest or attraction to you?
No.
Okay, have I fallen asleep on calls with you?
Yeah.
Definitely more than once.
Yeah.
And you never thought it was a romantic or sexual thing?
No.
And it usually just lasts a couple of minutes. We talk about random shit as I'm laying in bed, and then I say, alright man, I think I'm gonna pass out now. And then...
I don't care. I don't care. It's irrelevant. I don't care.
and you say bye, I stop the call, and then maybe I'll hit you up again, but usually I fall asleep, right?
Yeah.
Okay, are you positive I'm not just like leading you on with these responses?
Yes.
In my last response, I told you guys I couldn't explain why I do sleepy time calls. That was a lie. The true reason why I do sleepy time...
Oh, well, great. Well, great that you admitted in your response video that you lied. That's fantastic.
Time calls is quite embarrassing. Throughout the day, I distract myself from my thoughts, whether that's playing video games, going to work, hanging out with friends, or even going for a walk.
Jar, I don't care. Okay, this is stuff that you do in your personal life. Okay, great, cool, you do you. But I do not care. This is irrelevant. Please just stay on topic.
But when it's time for sleep, I have nothing to distract myself with. And all of those bad thoughts quickly surface all at the same time. I can't look at my phone or the screen will wake me up. And I think about things that make me angry and things that make me anxious.
This is not important.
Quote-unquote sleepy time calls are a good way for me to distract myself from these intrusive thoughts. I didn't do this with a lot of people because, well, it seems like a weird thing to do. I did this with my roommate a few times, but he was off on a business trip. I really didn't want this getting out there, but now it's out there, so I can do all the sleepy time calls I want to do with people now.
I can do all the sleepy time calls I want. I can do all the sleepy time. I will have as many sleepy time calls as I want with people. I'm gonna have sleepy time calls with people like Ben Shapiro and fucking Doug Walker and Miss Anthroponi. I'm gonna do all the sleepy time calls want with whoever I want, and no one can get in my way. Stop fucking beating your chest like that, fucking dude. You're not fucking intimidating and you're not fucking scary. Stop fucking beating your chest like that.
For a fact that people would find it weird, but I really don't see a problem with it. All it is me laying in bed talking to someone about some random topic as I slowly pass out, and then I hang up. I think people are overreacting to this a little bit too much.
No, they're just laughing at it because they find it weird.
Especially when they put a romantic spin on it. However, I still shouldn't have done this with someone I was looking into with a topic this serious. It won't...
So why did you do it then?
Happen again. If Kumo truly did believe that I had romantic interest in Cindy, he could have set me up, get me to quote-unquote confess my love to her, and then I would have no way of backing out of it.
Kumo could have gay-upped me. Kumo could have coyote lovelied me. Oh my god, what the fuck is this video? What is this? Oh. And this is something that's also really weird as well, because he basically defends himself from ever having romantic interest with Cindy, and then he says, oh, Kumo could have probably had romantic interest with Cindy. He could have gay-upped me if he wanted to with a groomer. Oh, fuck it now.
I think he didn't do this because he knew I would say, sorry, I'm not into you like that. Here's what I think happened. Kumo might have had a thing for Cindy. Not saying it was a romantic thing, but him calling her sweetheart was definitely an odd thing for him to do.
Calling someone sweetheart is more of like an endearing thing. Like, I usually I usually go up to people and I'm like, hey mate, how you doing? And it'd just be someone who I don't even know. I'm like, excuse me mate, or like, hey sweetheart, can I have a word with you? And like, it's usually just like an endearing thing just to make someone feel comfortable. Okay, it's not really, you know, it doesn't have to be a romantic thing. Usually it's just that. I call people darling, sweetheart, mate, dude, and that's just usually just to make them feel calm and to make them feel like, you know, I want to have a nice conversation with them. That's literally it.
He realized he was in over his head trying to defend Cindy. I don't believe he was saying she was totally innocent, just less guilty like I was. And once he got his hands on my video, he knew he could use me as the fall guy. He released it so I wouldn't have a chance to remake it or reach out to Jack and Enno. He then got Cindy to send him her DMs with me. Then he proceeded to release it to everyone without my or her permission first. When I was asked for my...
Then if you really felt like that was the case, then just copyright strike the video and upload the video when you can.
DMs with Cindy, the first thing thing I said was, let me ask her for permission first. When I realized she sent them to Kumo, it absolutely shocked me and caught me off guard. The original accusation that I was simping for Cinny originally came from Kumo, and according to him, he did it to stop me from raping Cinny. Kumo and Goblin Girl did what they did to get the hate off of themselves, but it didn't work. Kumo, Goblin Girl, Cinny, and Jack are now all gone. I was very stupid with how I handled this situation, but out of everything...
I'm the survivor! I'm the survivor! I'm gonna get her! I'm gonna stop her! Out of everyone involved that was defending Cinny, I'm the one who survived.
This drama around me, people saying that I cheated on my girlfriend hurts the most of all. So, mind if I ask you, do you think I'm the type of person who would cheat on my girlfriend?
No, I think anybody with a functional brain can tell you're quite the opposite. You get very worried about upsetting her, even like the tiniest amount. There's no way in hell you would ever cheat on her. That's obvious to anybody who's spoken to you for even a couple of minutes. Having known you for months, in my experience, I can say no.
Listen to my voice. Listen to the way I talk. Do I really sound like the kind of guy who just sleeps around with women all the time?
Jar was just basically just saying, I don't have any Riz. In fact, I feel like if Jar did have Riz, I feel like that would be something that Jar would probably do. Oh god. That's actually the same wording he used in the video, in his cameo in Lyle Convoy's Addressing Things video. That's the same excuse that he gave.
No, of course not. Obviously, I'm the type of guy who is so happy when a woman gives me the chance that I won't try anything to mess it up.
You know, I'm also not going to deny that people bringing Jar's girlfriend into this, that's something that I'm not happy about, and that's something that I actually expressed in Cat's Lair, that I'm not happy with people who have no involvement into this drama to be brought into it. Jar's girlfriend has nothing to do with this. She doesn't need to be brought in. I'm also not happy with Jar bringing his girlfriend into this as well. I mean, if she's okay with it, that's fine. But, like, I don't really think it's something that, you know, Jar needs to do. Again, the accusation on Jar cheating his girlfriend, it's irrelevant. You don't need to bring it up. And it seems like the only reason you're doing this is because you can't focus on the serious things. You said before in the video that you're taking this seriously, and yet you're all over the place, bringing up accusations that have nothing to do with this.
My girlfriend is absolutely wonderful. She is amazing, and I'm so happy that she can love me despite my flaws. I never thought I would meet a woman like that. It's not okay for you guys to make statements about me cheating on my girlfriend with such flimsy evidence, or for a handful of you to try to gaslight her into thinking I cheated on her. I've been cheated on before. It's not a fun thing to go through, and I would never put someone else through that same pain. As for me claiming that Cinny's avatar, along with the avatars of other people, are attractive, yeah, of course they are. They're artistically pleasing to look at.
You didn't say that they were artistically pleasing to look at before. You said before that you find them attractive because you were a guy. That's what you said before. You basically said that in Chuck Logic's screen. You said that before in Chuck Logic's stream. You said that before in his stream, that you might find it attractive because you were a guy. That's what you said in his stream.
If someone has an attractive avatar, that does not mean I want to get with them. That is absolutely ridiculous and silly. I can't even believe I'm having this conversation right now. This is such a weird and bizarre thing for people to focus in on. I've never even heard of someone else dealing with something like this. I never asked nor looked for an image of what Cinny looked like in real life. Now I've seen what she looks like in real life, and I'm gonna be honest here, I'm not interested.
I mean, like, for one, that is quite a bad picture to go on. It says, especially that she was having a nosebleed. But, like, again, like, the fact that you feel like that you do have an attraction to her from what she looks like is, again, no one cares. It's irrelevant. Just move on. Just do your own thing. Focus on your fucking Star Wars reviews or your Disney reviews. Don't worry about this fucking drama anymore. Everyone has moved on. You should too.
The idea that I saw her avatar, fell in love with her, and then decided to protect her so she would get with me so I could do things to her unconsensually is an absolutely ridiculous and stupid idea. After everything happened with the Cine drama, a bunch of people came out of the woodworks, and Gish galloped by hitting me with as many allegations as they could, most famously of which are the allegations from Choco. Choco made the claim that she had a perfect memory from a call that happened over 4 years ago. Gotta admit, that's pretty impressive. I struggle to remember a call I had with Vincent Skullman just a couple of weeks ago.
Look, people remember stuff differently. People remember things differently from, like, when... this would probably be a good point to actually bring up something that happened to me recently. Basically, well, not recently, but a couple of years ago, I was in a club, basically. I was with a couple of friends, I was in a club. I was absolutely drunk as a skunk that day. That night. In that same club, I apparently met up with my best friend's younger sister. I've known this person since she was a baby. She's a lot older now. I think she's in her 20s now. But she was there with her friends. Her friend managed to persuade, and I've known this person since she was a baby. One of her friends managed to take advantage of me and basically got me to buy her and a bunch of her friends a bunch of drinks. And I woke up the next morning and I was like, oh shit, I can't believe I did that. Because I felt so bad because I bought drinks for her and her friends for... alcoholic drinks, and I've known her since she was a baby. I felt so bad. I met up with her a couple of weeks ago because I was at a wedding with her, and I basically said, oh my god, I can't believe I did that. I was like, I'm so sorry. And she didn't even remember it. She was like, I don't remember. How do you even remember that? So again, people remember things differently all the time. Again, it doesn't really matter, like, if you remember it, if that person remembers it, and if it clocks into your head, then that's all that really matters.
Unsurprisingly, this call was unrecorded. She made the claim that I asked her to draw my avatar, raping J Animation's avatar. I do consider this to be a strange claim, especially when we consider the fact that I've never requested rape porn of my character before or after this. Choco did show evidence that I got her to draw J Animations lifting up her shirt when she was 17 and a half. I do not know how you go from requesting rape porn to ending up with a picture that could fit in a thumbnail.
Yes, let's blame the minor, you know? Let's just blame the minor.
I think I was going to use this for a thumbnail about Jaden porn, but I decided not to because I thought it would be in bad taste.
This video came out 4 years ago, shortly after she made that art of Jaden Animations for me. So it makes sense that this was for a thumbnail. Look, I mean, like, the thing is though, Jar, I feel like you're probably making this claim because you're saying that it's odd that people are coming out about it right now, which is sort of the mindset that you're having. It's like, the reason why people are coming out about it now is because they finally feel safe to talk about this weird stuff that you're doing. And especially, this isn't even the most damning claim that people have made. There's even like a screenshot of a DM conversation you had with the person who you made the thumbnail for that, I think it was that Camila Cuevas video with when you collabed with Queen Seraphina, or as she goes by now, Kraken Seraphina, and that you wanted to make you and Seraphina, you made a joke about you and Seraphina wanting to kiss. Basically using your avatars and basically asking your artists to draw them kissing, which made that person feel very uncomfortable. It's like, you could have addressed that in this. This could have actually been something else you addressed, but no, you focus on the chuckle thing. Let's just blame the minor, you know?
Some people have pointed out I said you drew porn of her for me as a way to claim that I lied. The thing is though, this was for a thumbnail about Jade Animations porn, so of course it's going to be pornographic in nature. She told me that she was 17 at the time when she drew it, and I just didn't know how to react. This was the day before Christmas, so the next day I spent time with my family.
Basically, if you wanted to react to this, all you needed to say was, hey, you're underage? Oh, okay, I don't really feel safe about doing this, I'm sorry, I'm gonna block you. That's basically all you need to do.
And kind of forgot about it. I didn't know Choco's age at the time, and I should have asked for it. After Choco released her doc on me, she blocked me, and I do not know why.
Because she feels unsafe to be around you. She feels unsafe to be around you. That's why she blocked you. Now again, I'm not going to speak on behalf of Choco. Like, whatever the reason that she has to block you, that's up to her. But, like, people are now coming out about this because they finally feel safe to come out about this.
She was always the one trying to talk to me for years.
Yes, let's blame the person who was a fan of mine. I am definitely going to blame, like, the fan.
And I always gave her short responses. Sometimes they were as short as one word. I went over this in my last response, and a few people have been making the claim that I said everything in her document was true. I never said that in my last response. Every time I've asked someone for an example of this, they either went back and watched it, realized they were wrong, and apologized, or they would just call me a liar and not even bother to check. I guess this is one of those famous examples of me quote-unquote self-reporting. The idea that I just really wanted rape porn then and there and couldn't wait for her to turn 18, and then I proceeded to never do it again. She went on to not talk to anyone about this, and then proceeded to constantly try to get into contact with me. All just seems a bit ridiculous. This story does not add up at all. Something I did not go over in my last response is my whole interaction with a 16-year-old girl at the pool. I didn't think I needed to go over this originally, but a lot of people have been commenting about it.
Yeah, I wonder why, because it's just a weird hyperbole to use.
Some people, like Chuli, have even made the claim that I got an erection from seeing the 16-year-old girl at the pool.
One thing I feel isn't brought up enough, and something Jar hasn't responded to, is how he admitted to not being able to go to public pools because underage 16-year-old girls might show up and he won't be able to stop himself from leering at and daydreaming about them, causing himself to get an erection.
That's what they say happened. Now let's listen to what I actually said.
Like, can I tell you the worst part about being a guy? I'm at the pool, just relaxing. 16-year-old girl shows up in her bikini. I realize I have to get the fuck out of there right now because, like, I'm not going to be paying attention. I'm going to daydream. I'm going to look at...
I'm not going to be paying attention to my surroundings and zone out, not realizing what's in front of me in this hyperbole example. Like, the thing is about this hyperbole example is that it could have easily just said, you could have, instead of using this 16-year-old example, you could have just said a woman in a bikini walks up. Like, the thing is, like, just the idea that you're using the idea of they're still 16 when you, like, with the example that you knowing that they're 16 and you are aware that they're 16, it's just a weird statement to make. Like, you could have just said, oh, it was a woman in a bikini. You could have literally just said that. End of story.
In her general direction, and then suddenly a situation is going to happen. So I realize, like, whenever I see a 16-year-old girl in a bikini while I'm at the pool, I'm like, whoop, time to go home.
Oh, it's, like, so weird. Just, like, you could have worded that differently, dude.
I never implied that I got an erection or any other form of arousal. If you get a boner in the pool, the last thing you should do is get out of the water.
Okay, that's a fair statement to make, but again, it's just the idea that you're implying that you got an erection from a 16-year-old. You know, you could have literally just said, oh, why not just say a woman in a bikini? You know, you could have just said that.
For obvious reasons, I think all the men in my audience already know the answer to this. The story about me and the 16-year-old was something I just made up to give Cindy an example that it's harder for guys to deal with allegations like this. And with how people are reacting to this made-up story of mine, it kind of proves my point. But if you don't want to believe me that it's made up, alright then, how did I know she was 16? What, did you think I went up to her and...
You're giving that implied that this person was 16 though. You literally just said, oh, a 16-year-old walks up. It's like, you're implying that you know this person's age is 16.
Got her ID. How old was I when this happened? For all you guys know, I could have been 17, 16, or even 12. In my hypothetical story, I said I didn't want to get accused of being a creep. A lot of people have twisted this story into me saying that I couldn't control my urges. I never said nor implied that, and it's very weird that people's minds are going there. If this was the case, I would never admit to something like this. When I brought up daydreaming, I wasn't talking about daydreaming about the girl, I was talking about daydreaming in general. I zone out sometimes and just stare off into the distance.
My girlfriend can confirm this. When I came to visit her the last time, we went to a gathering. She was trying to ask me something, and I was zoning out at a random section of the place before she smacked my arm. I was staring at an eating area that was across the place, not because I was hungry, but because I was thinking of Superman 2025. She thought I wanted food, but I didn't. Okay, the thing is, this happens though. This happens quite a lot. Like, I zone out a couple of times whenever someone's talking to me, and it could just be I'm thinking of something else. But like, this stuff just happens.
Sometimes it does freak people out. I can't believe...
Again, but what's that got to do with the 16-year-old in a bikini thing? Like, just zoning out. What does that got to do with the 16-year-old in a bikini hyperbole thing?
I said I would look in their general direction, and they changed that to me leering at them, or that I claimed that I couldn't go to public pools. Any allegation against me would have been made sooner if people were confident that they were true, but people only came out about this stuff when I was less likely to fight back.
Because they felt comfortable coming out about it, because they know how you would react. You threatened larger content creators with your audience that you would be that they would be harassed by your audience by it. They only feel safe about it now because they generally have a reason to come out about it.
Not an honorable move, but an effective one. People are right about a few things when it comes to me. I overshare, and that's the last thing you want to do when people are bashing on you. I'm an absolute pussy in live debates, and I fold way too fast. I've also said stupid things that made me look worse than I really am, like when I said that revenge sometimes feels like it's the only thing that keeps me going, when it actually isn't. Let's ask someone I quote-unquote tried to get revenge on for 7 years. Lulu, the person in the video about my past. Hello, Lulu Bell, or Lulu as I know you. We were in a drama around the Princess Elizabeth drama 10 years ago, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so...
Again, like, why is this relevant? Why is this relevant for you defending Cinebear? Who cares?
So, one question I have for you is, when I finally made my video, quote-unquote, getting revenge, and I talked about what you guys did to me, and we finally got into contact, did I yell at you, scream at you, or try to spread false information about you?
No, I don't think so. I don't remember any false information stuff.
Okay, well, the problem is people keep saying I'm a guy who wants to get revenge on everyone, like an eye for an eye kind of thing, but...
You literally have a file called Tower of Babel filled with your enemies. You admitted that in the call with Cine.
I really just want to talk about what happened to me, and I just want you to know that I never wanted to do to you what happened to me.
Yeah, no, I get that. I feel like you've already addressed a lot of the stuff.
She's talking about the old drama from 10 years ago, not the Cinebear stuff. Okay, but my question is that why is this relevant to the Cinebear stuff? Why are you not talking about that? What's this got to do with you?
That I was uncomfortable with initially when stuff was coming out.
Yep.
But we're like really relaxed, and I don't actually see what people mean by the revenge thing, because like I'm probably arguably one of the people you should hate the most.
Like, I did refer to it as revenge because I didn't know what else to call it, but it's more maybe closure or whatever. And me and you have talked things out, and I got closure, and honestly, to me, that's way better outcome than me just hurting you, because me hurting you wouldn't have brought me peace.
Yeah, I can understand that.
The fact of the matter is, I didn't spend years of my life just trying to get revenge or bash someone at the perfect time. I just wanted to talk about what...
Yes, you did! Maybe not with that person specifically, but with other people you have.
Happened to me. Me and Lulu Bell are friends now, and she makes art for me. I'm a forgiving person at heart, and I forgave her for everything. All the hatred I'm receiving isn't fun to deal with, but if I'm going to stay on YouTube, I just have to get used to stuff like this.
No! You don't have to get stuff that you could just not cover drama anymore. Not cover serious topics like this. Just focus on your media reviews. I'm not one of these people that's saying that you need to get rid of your channel. I'm one of these people that's saying, do not concentrate on drama anymore. Stop focusing on drama and just focus on what you want, and just focus on your media reviews.
I understand that I talk funny and say things in a very bizarre way. Don't lie to yourself. When you hear me talk, the only thing you can think of is how I'm an easy target.
No! What the fuck? You are... When you talk, literally, like, before, like, this drama started and when you had your channel up, the only thing I really thought was just like, oh, you're pretty entertaining. You get a lot of things wrong. You're pretty dumb at times, but, you are pretty entertaining. But, like, I never really felt like you were, like, a target or anything like that. I just thought, oh, this is just, like, another YouTuber. That's pretty much it.
You think I don't know? I get it. It's funny to mock someone like me.
You're so paranoid.
And it's smart to paint me as much as an awful person as you can, so your hatred for me seems justifiable. Plenty of people couldn't wait for my downfall. They just...
Oh my god, what is this fucking pity party shit? Play me a fucking violin, why don't you?
Lacked a reason, and now they have it. But all of this is a little overblown in my book. Moving forward, I'll be more careful with how I handle situations like this.
How about just don't handle situations like this again? Just focus on your media reviews.
And of course, I'm going to be using a script more often. I'm not just doing this for me, but I'm also doing it for the people I care about. I can't control what everybody is saying about me, but I can control how I act from here on out. I'm going to get back to reviewing movies and shows I really want to talk about.
Good! Please do that. Focus on that. Stop getting involved in drama that has nothing to do with you. You don't need to get involved in any more drama that has nothing to do with you anymore.
I want to thank everybody who gave their lines for this second response. I hope everybody who has made it to this point of the video has a good day. And in case I don't see ya, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
Well, thanks for ending it with the Truman Show quote. Obviously taking it really seriously there. Oh my fucking god, that was awful. It wasn't as bad as his last response, but it was still pretty bad. Yeah, no, that was a bad response. It doesn't really do any favors. There's no reason why this response should be a thing. He could have literally just moved on, just focused on his media reviews. He didn't need to respond to this, but, he's just digging a hole even further. He's just digging his own tunnel. Anyway, yeah, so I think that's all I need to cover right now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope this was a little bit better than the last one. But yeah, what did you guys think of Jar's response? Do you think Jar should delete his channel and move on, or do you think he should focus on his media reviews for the time being? Comment down below, subscribe, and if you have made it this far into the video, I thank you for watching, and make sure you keep yourself safe. Take care. Goodbye.